one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like,
wait a second. Did the Fever coach just pull a WWE move on Caitlin Clark during her celebration? Yep. A resurfaced clip shows her getting physically blocked right in the middle of her moment. And the internet, totally losing it. Was it tactical, petty sabotage, or just someone salty they missed the spotlight? Whatever it was, what happened next had fans yelling, "No way she just did that." Buckle up, this one's got video proof, slow-mo drama, and major what just happened vibes. Let's break it down.
Has gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We have officially reached...
One moment, Caitlin Clark is electrifying the court, firing up the crowd, and owning the spotlight like only she can. The next, her own coach swoops in like the celebration patrol, physically pulling her back as if she just tried to board a plane with a gallon of water. The look on Caitlin's face said it all, stunned, frozen, and visibly trying to process the sheer absurdity. It wasn't pain, it wasn't anger, just that hollow realization that even joy, apparently, comes with limits in Indiana.
I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that. Like, that is my opinion, and it's no...
Let's be real, this isn't some isolated incident. It's the latest twist in a long, strange saga that's been unfolding since the day Caitlin Clark was drafted. At this point, it feels like every move she makes is under a microscope, and even a sneeze might come with someone from her own camp rushing in. Tissue in hand, agenda attached. You'd think breaking records and elevating the game would earn her a little breathing room. Instead, even her celebrations need to be cleared by the control tower.
Everybody online is talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up. Man, why is she doing it? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. And as you see right there, she just seemed to have went and grabbed the Caitlin Clark. As Caitlin Clark was trying to get the team, the crowd amped up.
She's been selling out arenas, energizing fan bases, and converting casual sports bros into full-blown WNBA believers. And yet, the very franchise that should be sculpting statues in her honor is treating her like an overzealous intern who spoke out of turn in a staff meeting. There's a difference between offering structure and stifling success, and this coaching staff isn't just crossing that line, they're doing cartwheels over it in stilettos.
Getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired. Or they'd at least a request for them being fired. Then goes and hits a step back three on JC Sheldon. And she goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game at this stage. So it's not like it's a close game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this player. And watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything too malicious in that. I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said, but like...
The management isn't doing her any favors either. It's like they stumbled into a once-in-a-generation talent and immediately handed her a checklist: tone down the personality, share the spotlight with teammates who can't finish a layup, and whatever you do, don't make us look like we've lost control. Caitlin Clark wasn't brought in just to drain threes. She was brought in to change the game. But from day one, every move she makes has been met with quiet resistance. If it's not her minutes being mysteriously limited, it's teammates treating ball movement like a foreign concept. And now this, a coach physically pulling her mid-celebration like she's a rogue toddler sprinting through Disneyland. Let's be real, that wasn't a simple miscommunication. That was a straight-up vibe killer. This is a player who's been igniting crowds since her college days. It's part of her identity. It fuels energy, momentum, passion. And instead of leaning into it, the Fever staff looks like they'd rather see her celebrate in a dark room while a librarian politely applauds. You'd think she violated team policy. No, she's just breaking ratings records. But apparently, that's still not enough for a coaching staff more concerned with controlling optics than actually winning basketball games.
It's transpiring with the Indiana Fever, but I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe up because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since DeWanna Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into Natasha.
Let's not kid ourselves. This isn't about discipline, team chemistry, or whatever polished PR spin they're pushing. This is about control, about a coaching and management team that seems more threatened by Caitlin Clark's gravity than inspired by it. It's giving insecure. It's giving unprepared. It's giving, we weren't ready for someone this big, so now we're going to shrink her down. It's strange, it's tone deaf, and honestly, it's sad because you can see it starting to wear on her. When she's benched for no clear reason, when she's pulled in key moments, when her teammates ignore her wide open on the wing, it's there. That flicker of disbelief, that quiet scream behind her eyes. She's a competitor, a professor, she shows up, but she's also human. And the weird energy from the sidelines, it's chipping away at the spark. The joy is still there, but it's dulled. The fire hasn't gone out, but it's flickering. And at some point, people are going to start asking the hard question: why stay? Why keep pretending this is a developmental year when it's clearly become a slow, deliberate rejection of everything that makes Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark?
In the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity as a rookie. Merchandise in the league went up 234%. But here was the one that struck me. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be $1 billion athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh.
And let's not even get started on the bigger picture, because the longer this goes on, the more transparent it becomes. There's a quiet discomfort in certain corners of power with Caitlin Clark breaking the mold. She doesn't fit the usual narrative. She's not playing the political game. She's not performing for agendas or leaning into identity battles. She just wants to hoop, energize fans, and win. And somehow, that's made her a problem for those who prefer their stars neatly packaged into curated underdog storylines. It's starting to feel like she's being punished for being too successful, too fast, but fans aren't blind. They're picking up on it. The weird tension, the passive sidelining, the body language, the plays where she's iced out, the early benchings just as she catches fire, and yes, that now infamous moment where her coach physically grabs her mid-celebration like she tried to storm Area 51. And fans aren't buying the excuses anymore. The issue isn't Caitlin Clark. The issue is the people who don't know how to handle Caitlin Clark. She's been nothing but consistent, laser focused, relentlessly driven, and the ignition switch for an entire league's momentum. She's brought more visibility, ticket sales, and raw fan energy to the WNBA in a few months than some franchises have in years. And yet, her own organization is acting like she's a PR risk instead of the goldmine she clearly is. Honestly, imagine the marketing meetings. Hey team, our most popular player is thriving. Let's dim her light. Let's tone down the excitement. Let's stop her from being awesome. Genius stuff.
She's been knocked on her ass. She's been cheap shotted. She's been poked in the eye. Everything. They have beat the Connecticut Sun. This is a month ago nearly. The Connecticut Sun beat the crap out of her. Absolutely beat the crap out of each other.
And if this is the direction the Fever insists on taking, don't be shocked when Caitlin Clark eventually walks in, looks around, and says, nope, I'm good. Because there's only so much weird energy, subtle sabotage, and career throttling one person can take before they decide they've had enough. And when that day comes, half the league will be lined up, arms wide open, with better coaching, smarter systems, and the respect she's more than earned. This isn't just a coaching slip-up, it's a textbook case of how to mishandle a generational talent. Clark has been battling uphill from day one. Nike delayed her signature shoe like it was some underfunded Kickstarter project. The league has dragged its feet protecting her from cheap shots and public pile-ons. And now, her own team seems more focused on containing her than unleashing her. That celebration grab? It wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. A perfect metaphor for everything she's endured since becoming the face of the league. Fans saw it. They felt it. Because they've been watching her get held back. Not just in gameplay, but in presence, in energy, in freedom. And frankly, they're done being told to trust the process when the process looks like this. Chaotic, passive-aggressive, and completely out of sync with the moment. You don't build a franchise around a generational star just to treat her like a summer intern at basketball camp. Enough already.